Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miist back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel. Obviously, it's been a couple days since we've had some franchise on the channel. It's just been a couple days. I didn't get to upload yesterday. I stayed an extra day down at Austin, so hopefully that's okay. But obviously, I want to thank you guys for the support. While I was down there, I gained 2 subscribers, so thank you. So yeah, let's get into this one. Back here for another Moncton Miist video. And let's get into it. This is going to be the start of season number, I think, 11, if I'm not mistaken. I guess one way we can check to see if that is facts. I believe if we go to our franchise, we can see how many seasons we've played due to Ryan Donato. So yeah, Ryan Donato's obviously been here every single season. And yeah, he is going to play his 11th season with us, which is crazy. 11 seasons, obviously, here in Moncton already. And I mean, I guess since we're here, we might as well look at this. Almost all current players that are playing for Moncton that lead in all of these stats. So obviously, Nathan MacKinnon leads in points with 723. He also leads in goals with 349. And then you look at Ryan Donato, who leads in seasons, who leads in assists at 477, who leads in games played. And you look at Terrence Cross, who leads in penalty minutes. Vic Ranger currently leads in the shutout category. Hopefully he'll surpass UC Saros sometime soon. It's been a couple seasons, obviously, since he's been our starter now, but he does have the most wins, so very cool. Obviously, only 116 wins from a goalie through a franchise isn't that many, but I guess that's probably spread out over 3 seasons, which is pretty good to be fair. So I believe this is his 4th season here. So quickly, guys, let's hop in and let's see what the team looks like this season. Obviously, if you remember the end of the last one, we kind of went off in a free agent signing for Maxwell Ritu, who is a very, very good player. Last season had 67 points over in Toronto, and I mean his second season in Toronto he dropped 48 goals. So we'll see how he can do. He's basically slotting in for Ryan Donato on the top line, and obviously look at his stats. His offensive awareness isn't the highest, but incredible puck skills and incredible shooting category. So very interested to see how he does, obviously playing with Nathan MacKinnon and Terrence Cross. Those two have not changed on the top line, but like I said, Ritu's basically getting slotted in for Donato, and that really, really helps our team out because without Ritu, we would have had a very weak bottom 6, because obviously Pillman or Donato had to have been on that top line. So it overall, I think it's a pretty good team still. Second line of Petri Pillman, Liam Foodie, and Ryan Donato. And the third line of Tero Powell, Ivan Chekovich, and Asher Farrell, who are getting a +3. So really, I mean, that's a phenomenal third line. But our fourth line, I'm a little worried about. Sergei Prokhorkin and Rudolph Balcers. Balcers has played a couple games in the NHL. So yeah, 101 games from him, 32 points, which really isn't that bad. But Prokhorkin, I don't know if he's played. He has not played in the NHL yet. Obviously, he's basically a point-per-game player in the AHL, though, only 2 points behind. So we'll see if he can carry over any of that offensive capability to this team up in the NHL. Then defensively, a very interesting decor here. A very, very good top 4, but our bottom pairing is struggling. Obviously, both having a -3 as well, which hurts my feelings a lot. I would love to get rid of one of them or get a better defenseman because we need another left-handed defenseman as well. These two are both defensive defensemen, which really suck. But the top pairing is Ty Smith with Adam Boqvist. I think that's unchanged from last season. I mean, I could put Bodin on the top pairing or DiPietro on the top pairing, but I think it just works out better for the team where Smith and Boqvist aren't losing any morale, while DiPietro and Bodin are both getting a +3. So basically an 87 and a 90 overall in the decor there for that second pairing. And then obviously the bottom pairing we discussed is in a rough spot right now. So quickly through the special teams, you guys can take a look at them. I'm not going to focus over them too much. I did edit them hoping for better special teams this season. Obviously in Moncton we really struggled with our special teams last season. And then the goaltending is Vic Ranger, and backing him up is Ivan Ulanov. who will be interesting. He was playing in the AHL last season. He didn't really play many games. He was our backup, I believe. So overall, not too bad. But he gets his first lick of the NHL here in 2030. So we'll see how he does. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, I mean, that's the NHL team. A quick look at the AHL team. I'm not going to go through it too much, but we got to keep an eye on Khalil Woodworth and Cyrus Jams because those two are arguably our best prospects. And I mean, and then on the decor, we don't really have many prospects. You could say Brad Pacioretty, but yeah, I mean, the AHL team, it looks fine, but prospect-wise, you're really kind of struggling for prospects here, guys. So that kind of sucks, but I would like to check free agency to see if there's any better options out here for us for the bottom six. I know we don't have any cap space, but I mean, we might be able to get someone. Jason Robertson is very interesting, actually. He is an option, and Julien Gauthier also is an option, although I definitely like Robertson's stats more. I feel like it's a better spread. Shane Bowers, I actually really like Shane Bowers' offensive stats. So obviously I only have $890,000 in cap space, which means I don't think I'd be able to get Jason Robertson. Because even if I offered him a two-way deal and I give him a max two-way deal, I could still only give him $890,000, which he might accept. But I mean, honestly, I like Shane Bowers' stats more. Like Shane Bowers is very good offensively. He's a very good two-way forward. I think he's arguably better defensively as well. So I think we'll acquire or target Shane Bowers here at least. I might just sign him to a 2-year deal at what he's asking for because, I mean, that would help us in the long run. And, I mean, I could look at a goaltender, but I don't really care for the backup that much. Who is currently... Is Zacharias Tillars? He is. So I guess we could trade away Zacharias then. We might as well... Oh, wait, I believe I tried so hard in the last episode to try to get rid of Zacharias, but I was just unable to. Adam Boqvist has so much value. That's crazy. But let's see if anyone wants Zacharias now. Maybe? No. So, unfortunately, we'll still have to manually find a trade for Zacharias, unfortunately. Because, I could sign him, but I just don't have the cap to do so, and obviously we give up I believe our first and third in this upcoming draft, so maybe trying to get a draft pick back isn't that big or isn't that bad of a plan. So let's see obviously what we can get for Zacharias here. I might honestly add Giftopoulos in this as well, just to entice the value a little bit so I can get a decent pick, preferably a third rounder from a team. Anaheim's not really the move. Actually, before we do this, I should probably take a look at the goaltending to see who actually needs a goaltender, because oh wow, okay, never mind. I was gonna say wow, Buffalo definitely needs a goaltender, but no, they don't actually. Wow, holy tandem over in Calgary. That is a very good tandem. I'm really looking for someone that actually needs a goalie, so Chicago's definitely an option. Their highest overall goalie is someone they have unsigned for whatever reason. So I think this could definitely go through, and I doubt it, but could we get a third for this? No, I didn't think so, but I might honestly just add the 2 sevenths as well and see if that goes through, but I don't think it will. No. I will honestly just add another unsigned player that has a bit of value because I would like to just get rid of this. Harold, I mean, he has value for some reason. Unfortunately, that will not go through. So maybe someone better like Baines here, who will I'll have to sign anyways next season. That won't go through either. Boudreaux is like arguably our best unsigned player right now. Or maybe Macias or Petulny as well. Let's try Petulny. See if we can add him. That still won't go through, man. That's actually gross. I'm gonna have to give up on a draft pick then because I'm not getting rid of Novikov. Unless there's someone I can actually add to this that I wouldn't mind adding to Chuck. Is he even playing in the AHL? I honestly don't know. Zadorov is not playing in the NHL. Could we add him? Chicago would have too many skaters that way. Okay, well that won't help then. Maybe we'll look for a different team then here, guys. But we can come back to Chicago if need be. Well, Colorado could kind of use a goalie as well, but they aren't really a priority. So far, still just Chicago on the table. Okay, Detroit definitely needs help. And I want to say Detroit was one of the teams we talked to when we were looking to make this trade originally. So they can definitely take on Zadorov as well. So let's see if we can add Zadorov to this to entice the deal a little bit more for them. Because obviously it is a little bit of value. So will that go through? Man, I just wanted to get a third. Was hoping I could get 3/3 because obviously, or 3/3 for this draft because obviously we don't have anything really. Wow, that won't go through, man. That's unreal. A fourth, yeah. So obviously we had to give up a lot there, but for some reason we just have to give up a lot whenever we want to get rid of a player that has no value. But it's just so stupid because they obviously need the goalie. Like they should be giving us stuff really. So oh, actually before we start simulating, let's just start advancing a couple days to see if, oh, actually really quick. So I tried a test this weekend. Obviously we don't have any AHL players, and I mean I haven't looked at the coaching at all, so I'm guessing they're just continuously getting auto signed, or yeah, auto signed because we need a staff. So I'm guessing the coaches have been auto signed, but I have not looked at scouts at all. But I tried a test over the weekend to see how good the scouting has been improved, and it looks like it actually has been improved a little bit. So I'm going to offer probably the first 10 scouts here a contract because I've seen it actually work, and they've been actually scouting players again, which is obviously very nice. So I'm going to sign, just like I said, the first 10, and even if it's not really a great region, I'm not too worried about it. But we might as well sign some scouts since I believe it actually works nowadays, which is very nice. So there we go. Now we can start simulating a little bit to see if we get those scouts and if we get Shane Bowers, because I would really like to add Shane Bowers to this team. So one scout accepts, another scout. Okay, that was the first day of signings. So another scout, another scout, looking like the rest of them are going to accept today. Another scout, and another scout. So I believe, oh no, I think that is 10. And Shane Bowers also accepts as well. So there we go, guys. We are now almost ready for the season. I will probably send Prokhorkin down because obviously Balcers has some experience in the NHL, so I will probably send Prokhorkin down for now. Maybe we can make the change if we need to, but I think this will be okay. I'm not even going to really worry about Prokhorkin playing in the AHL. I just want to make sure that Shane Bowers is playing in the NHL, which will really help out our fourth line quite a lot. So let's add Shane Bowers into the lineup, and there we go. So very good. He can, honestly, I was really struggling of who I wanted to put on the second line power play, and Chekovic's stats aren't that great, where Shane Bowers' penalties, or not penalties, sorry, his offensive stats are pretty solid. So maybe putting Shane Bowers on the second unit is actually pretty helpful towards us. Unfortunately, Pillman just kind of gets stuck down there. Same for Ty Smith, really. But we have two really good defensemen and probably three players that can really put up points. Let's see, how did Shane Bowers do last season? He hasn't played since 2026, so he hasn't played for almost 5 seasons. So he'll be, I'm sure he's happy to get back onto the NHL into the NHL. So there we go. We add him to the team, of course, and that will even out our bottom six, like I said. Now, quickly, I would like to change the region of some of these scouts. Now, I know these scouts aren't very good, but we're going to have to deal with what we got. That's kind of the issue I have, just since I wasn't able to sign any of them in the off season, because there would have been obviously much better scouts. How many players are in the U.S.? Not a lot. I mean, if I can find someone that has a decent scouting for the USA Central, then I'll probably send them there, but I'm gonna send this guy to the OHL because I would definitely like the CHL or the Canadian players scouted the most. That's it, actually. All right, so is there one? Because this guy's a C minus. Maybe he could scout the Central. He's got a B. I'm just gonna see if there's anyone that's got like an A. Okay, Jarvis here. I just sent him to the W, unfortunately, so that doesn't work. All right, so I might actually just send Otteries here to the Central. His Q is so good though. What about Graham here? Okay, he's also a B for the USA Central, so I'm just going to send him there, where I know we're going to be losing a scout in the queue, but I think it'll hopefully be worth it to get a little bit more information on our on the players in the USA. So there we go, guys. Now we are officially ready to get through this season. I would like to get through this season in this video, so let's just sim to the new year and we'll see where it takes us. So we've got scouts for the first time in a while. We've got a new player on the lineup, or in the lineup, for the first time in 5 years. Obviously, first time he's gotten some ice time, so I'm sure he's very happy about that. But I am very excited to see how this team does. I'm very excited to see the addition of Maxwell Ritu and see how much it helps our team, because without that signing, our team could have been in a very rough spot this year. But now I think this team is still ready for another playoff run. So let's see where it takes us. We win our first game of the season, which is nice. Now let's just look forward and hoping to win more and more today. But we'll see how it goes. 2 back-to-back 7-3 wins against 2 Eastern Conference teams, which, you know, I know it's early, but winning against Eastern Conference teams are very, very useful. 4-2-1 so far in our first 7. Let's see what our first 10 looks like. It'll bring us to the start of the next month, the start of November, I believe. And we are 7-2-1 in our first 10 games, which is not bad at all. That's 15 points in 10 games, so can't really complain about that. Losing back-to-back games in a back-to-back to Calgary and Buffalo, so that kind of sucks, but another back-to-back here. We have a lot of back-to-backs to start off the season. That was already our 4th back-to-back, and we have another one this month as well. So, yeah, very, very heavy month of games here in November. We've got a lot of games. We've got 2, 5, 8, 11, 15 games in 1 month, which is a lot, but we are taking it very, very well so far. 15-4-1, which is a very, very good record. We are on a big win streak. We had that back-to-back loss, and we went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak, and obviously our record is 17-5-1 heading into December. We are at the top of our division, and from what I've seen, I think we might actually be at the top of the league as well. We have a great record starting off this season, which I'm very, very happy about. 18-6-2, 19-6-2. We could hit 20 games well before the new year. 2 back-to-back losses, but at least we get a point in those losses, and there is win number 20. I mean, we can almost get close to 30 wins. Hopefully we can hit 25 wins. We got 4 games to win 3, so hopefully we can do that here. We beat St. Louis 11-4. That's a big game. We shut out the Winnipeg Jets, and then the last 2 games of the month. There we go, 25-8-3, guys. So very, very good. That is, yeah. I mean, that's just an incredible record as we head into the deadline. Terrence Cross almost is a double point per game player right now, and the Calgary Flames are tied with us for points right now, which is very crazy. Obviously, they have more wins though. Damn. A very solid start to the season so far, guys. A great record. Terrence Cross has 60 points in 36 games. McKinnon with 59 in 36, and Maxwell Ritu starting off the season very, very well. Very good. He's already getting close to the point per game player throughout his career, which is nice. So I think the Cross McKinnon duo could probably get anyone to put up points. Honestly, I could have probably put Percorkin on that top line, and Percorkin could have put up like 60 points. Liam Foudy over a point per game as well. Pillman not too far behind. Nicholas Baudin is doing great, 30 points in 36 games. Ryan Donato's not doing too bad. Obviously, he's slowed down a lot. He's on the last year of his deal, thankfully. That will clear up a lot of cap space for us. Boqvist playing pretty well. Shane Bowers, 16 points in his first 36 games in the NHL in the last 5 seasons, which isn't bad at all. Bill DiPietro with 12. Our bottom pair isn't doing too bad. They're struggling in the point department, but they aren't doing bad defensively, which I'm very happy to see. Balcers and Ratcliffe, yeah, it seems like our fourth line is struggling. I saw Bowers was also a minus, so it seems like our fourth line is struggling, but apart from that, it seems to be we're doing okay. Vic Ranger in the first 33 games has 22 wins. His stats aren't that great, but neither of our goalie stats are that great, to be fair. But he did get 2 shutouts, so now he's only 2 shutouts behind UC Saros, which is not bad. And I mean, I'm not making any changes here, guys. Obviously, maybe could change up our fourth line a little bit, but then we'd also have to change up our third line. So I'm not going to do that, but let's continue simming onto the deadline. 25, 8, and 3 is a stellar record, and obviously we got to keep an eye on Calgary. We have a game coming up against them, another Calgary Buffalo back-to-back. That's weird, but yeah, we have another game coming up against Calgary, which hopefully we can beat them in, because that may help us get towards a President's Trophy. Let's see what their record is currently looking like. They are, oh wait, no, I'm just going to decline that trade. I couldn't see the record, but we did beat them, which is nice. 31, 10, and 3, man. Overall, 31 and 13. A very, very good record. A lot of back-to-backs this month as well. And we were on a 3-game win streak there, but then we lost to Colorado, but we're back in the win column. Just kidding, back in the L column. And in back-to-back losses as we head into the All-Star break. But it's all right. 3 losses in a row, which is not good. Hopefully we can get a win here. A very big win against Edmonton. Now, obviously, I don't expect us to win every single game throughout the season, but hopefully we just don't really go on any big loss streaks. Like 3 is the max, is like the absolute max. Another 2-game losing streak here. So far, the month of February has not been good to us. We are 3 and 5, which is not good. We haven't even been getting points on any of those losses. We're on a 4-game losing streak, and as I was saying, we cannot go on any more of a 3-game losing streak. EA listens to me and they're like, 4-game losing streak. So yeah, thankfully we're back in the win column now, and we might beat Florida. Can we beat Florida? We do. So I think we are I'm just going to continue simming because I don't need to make any trades, but I think we're on a 6-game win streak heading into the deadline, which is not bad. 41 and 3, or 41, 19 and 3, sorry. Obviously a lot of points though. 85. I saw we were tied with I think it was Vancouver, I want to say I saw. Obviously a bunch of trades coming through, but 41, 19 and 3 is a very good record. And let's see, we are at the top of the East and tied for the top of the league with the Canucks. So we'll obviously keep an eye on that as we continue on. Let's see how the team's doing so far. Now that we're about 2/3 of the way through the season. Sorry. McKinnon, Ritu, and Cross still very, very good. 90 points from Cross, 89 from McKinnon, and 82 from Ritu. Now, I haven't checked McKinnon's stats in a while, but I just want to see how high above point per game he is. Almost 200 points over a point per game player, which is just unbelievable. He's just so good, man. Terrence Cross obviously has had a great career with us, almost a point per game. He really struggled. He really started off slow the first 4 seasons. The first season, meh, for a rookie, but then the next 3 seasons weren't bad, but weren't what we were looking for. Then I don't know what happened. Just switch of a flip, or flip of the switch, sorry. 92 points, then 96, and 110, then another 90 so far this season. So Terrence Cross has just been great. And obviously Maxwell Ritu, Ritu, sorry. Almost already a new career, no, sorry, it is already a new career high for him, and we still have 19 games to go. So that's nice. Liam Foodie's still very close to a point per game player. And I mean, he's been great for us. Like, I think he's been on the second line basically his entire career, but he's just been so good. Petru Pillman not doing too bad. Nicholas Baudin again, man. I mean, he had a great season last season as well. 48 points last season, but he's doing even better this season. So Ryan Donato not doing too bad as he dropped. He has dropped to an 83. He's listed as a third liner now. So he's really starting to fall off, unfortunately. And it looks like our fourth line is actually evened out a little bit, which is very nice. How are the goaltending doing? Or how are the goaltenders doing? Not too bad. And yay, Vic Ranger has tied UC Saros for shutouts finally. I mean, the stats really aren't that great for the goalies, unfortunately, but what can you do, I guess? So yeah, I don't really plan on making any changes once again, so let's just continue simming. We've got 19 games left. What are the odds we hit 60 wins? We go 19-0 to end off the season after the deadline. That's just not happening. That is completely unheard of. Who is this guy? Jacob Kosevnikov. He's a 73, medium top 4. I mean, he's not that bad, but I'm just going to decline that for now. So let's see how the final 2 months of the season go. Starting off the last half of the season on a losing streak, back-to-back early. We are on a 4-game losing streak, so the Sabres have now passed us, now on a 5-game losing streak. There we go, we get a win, finally. Not a great start to going past the deadline. We have been struggling so far. Obviously, there's no way we miss out on the playoffs this season, but we are falling in the division a decent amount. Yeah, we are absolutely out of it now against the Sabres. I don't think there's any way we end up passing them now. So, yeah, unfortunate. Can we hit 50 wins still, though, to redeem the season? We've got 4 chances to win 2 games. Looking like we can do it. I don't think we'll end up passing the Sabres, though. We really went on a big loss streak while the Sabres were winning games. And there we go, guys. We'll be facing the Boston Bruins in the next episode. I'm not going to be doing the playoffs in this episode. But, 52, 25-5 is not a bad record by any means. 8-1-1 in the last 10 games, while Boston went 9-1-0. So we're facing a pretty hot Boston team as well. Both teams very hot here. McKinnon ended up finishing the season with the most points on the team, with 113 from him, 109 from Cross, and 105 from Ritu. A tremendous top line. Obviously, what is that? So, what is that? I think 222 points from McKinnon and Cross, and I think it's 327 points from our top line, which is very, very good. Foodie, not bad, 73. Pillman with only 64. Was hoping for more than that. I was hoping he'd stay around the 70 to 80 point range, just because obviously he's making a lot of money now. Obviously only 2 years, but still. Nicholas Baudin, I mean, just tremendous, man. 62 points this season. Donato, 55, even though he's dropped off a lot. He's still doing great, really. Can't complain about that at all. Obviously, those, from 2024 to 2030, I mean, basically, 7 years. He was just one of the best players on this team, which you cannot complain about. Boakvist, 52 points this season, not bad. Not as good as last season. He had just a tremendous year last year, but still, very good from him. Asher Farrell with 40 is not bad. 39 from Powell, so that's not good, or that's not bad either. Shane Bowers, 37, really not that bad at all. Chekovich as well with 37. Ratcliffe, 29. 23 from Smith. 22 from DiPietro and Balsers. So there we go. Balsers not doing too bad. Almost 200 games now through his career and 54 points. So I guess you can't really complain about that. And then Anisimov with 16 and Lemaire with 11. So that bottom pairing was actually very good considering they had a -3 rating together. And then the goaltending, Vic Ranger, very good record, but the stats weren't that great from either of our goalies, both in the 800s, which is very poor. Even though nowadays in the sim that's that's not that bad, but those are pretty poor stats. But Vic Ranger did lead the league in wins. Who's this guy? Keith Holweg, though, or Holweg, sorry, led the league in the save percentage stats, all tied with the Legacy and Binnington. I'm guessing Binnington will probably be the Vezina winner because he's tied for the oh wait, no, he's a backup. Sorry, it'll be Legacy. I'm guessing as a starter. I mean, 906 and a 290. Yeah. I'd say it probably goes to Legacy, but it definitely could go to Holway because he played an extra 14 games. Rookies this season, Cedric Hay. Damn, very good. 71 points, as well as Rodrigo Swift. So I'm guessing they will split the Calder. I've never seen that before. Landon Patini, Dmitry Ameled, Duke Wong, Alexander Henrique, Sean Zajac, George Chiffron, Jeffrey Abney. A lot of pretty good rookies this season. Any rookie goalies out there? I don't want to sort it by points, but Watt, he was a starter this season. So was Larry Kunin, yeah, Samu Larikainen, Jameson Bahinski, and Keith Holweg. So I'm guessing Holweg probably wins the Calder. I mean, honestly, this could be like a three-way tie for Calder. Honestly, that's crazy. Let's see. So Lambert, wow, Brad Lambert, 118 points. That is very, very good. He's just got max playmaking stats, or puck skill stats. Sorry, he's fucking crazy. 118 points from him. McKinnon, second in the league with 113. Tolvanen and Cross tied for third at 109. Kako, then Besser, then Ritu. So Ritu was technically tied top 5. So our entire top line was in the top 5, which is very good. Let's see who led the league in goals. Looks like Tolvanen. Whoa! Chance Mahalik, 66 goals. Holy. In his first 2 seasons, he has 108 goals. Holy shit. Tyson Waite. I've heard this guy as well. Yeah, I think he won the Calder last year. 67 goals last season, 63 this year. Ricardo Lundin at 55, Brock Besser 55. So I know Kuta is obviously there as well. He had a pretty down year. Oh my god, yeah. 100. Oh right, Kuta won it last year, 73 goals, right? He had 128 points last year, then down to 78 points this season. That's a very disappointing season for Aino Kuta. But yeah, very good stats all around. And then defensively, let's see, Quinn Hughes. Would love to have gotten him in Minnesota, but it's fine. Quinn Hughes with 82 points in 82 games. Liljegren, 78 and 82. Man, I hope that's the way he grows as a Leafs fan. Merkley, Ekblad, Brent Clark. Wow, very, very good. Really, really good. Zach Werenski, McAvoy, Neal, Beaudin. So Beaudin did make the top 10. So not bad, guys. Overall, I think that was a pretty solid season. Obviously, we're going to be facing Boston in the next episode and hopefully some other teams as well. But yeah, welcome back to the series, and I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Let me know if you did in the comments below. But yeah, tune in for the next one, guys, where we have a potentially very exciting episode. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.